Hello everyone, and this is Nujur Hossain, and I am the citizen of Bangladesh. And at first, I introduce of myself as usual. I am the student of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Science and Technology University Department of Marketing. And today, I will introduce about the bank and about the bank in this world and the expectation of our Bangladesh. At first, I want to show the history of the bank, and shortly, I will briefly say the bank history. And at first Babylon they introduced the bank system, then the Romans and Greek they were introduced the bank systems, and it was focused on the fighting with the France with the England and 19. That's why, and they were giving the loan system to the government. That's why they have to provide. They had to provide a lot of facilities for the government. After a certain time, they have introduced the central bank of the Bank of England. They introduced and they had to give the loan to the government for their facilities. And now and introducedly and it has been the it has been focused to the world. Then it is going to in present time as well, and we have to maintain the rule and regulation of the Bank of England and other countries, and our regulation to the land systems, but we cannot follow up them, and we cannot follow our regulation. Now I want to introduce shortly the what is bank. Bank means that bank is the institutions of financials and to what is provided to a service to the customer, and they are taking some money from the public and they are creating the credit and they are providing the services like that, money exchanging, currency focusing and money changing. It is one kind of their work. And now there have some character or nature of the banks, like there's a dealing of money, and most of the bank and the majority of the bank they are dealing of the money, because of that without money you cannot deal with another people. And banks mean financial institutions or goldsmiths or the ornaments or the money or services they are providing to other people, and this is the most important, the dealing with money. And that most of the bank they are taking some money from the people and with deposits, and they are depositing as well as, and they are giving some money to the investor, and who are doing the business, small business or big business, they are giving their money. Then next one is acceptance and the withdraws. That and they are accepted the money from who are interested to deposit their money to the bank, and their acceptance their money from there. And next one is the withdraw and payment, and who are deposited their money in their bank and they are taking money from the government and government bank or commercial bank. Withdraw means that who are deposited few months ago, few years ago, few days ago, they can withdraw from the bank as their right way. Then is identification. That in our countries and in this world there have a lot of the bank, and but if I say that and which bank, this bank, if I cannot recognize the bank name, we cannot properly recognize, we cannot properly remember that what types of bank you are saying. That's why most of the people and most of the bank owners they are giving the name of the banks, such like this Bangladesh Bank, Sonali Bank, Janata Bank, Rupal Bank, IFC banks, Habib Bank, and Bank of America, Bank of London, Bank of Hindustan. A lot of it is one kind of identification. That I am the man, and if you say and people come here and I cannot remember that, I cannot respond to you because of that. If you say my name and if you call at my name, then I will respond to you because of that. Name is the most important. If you say that and I had go to the another countries, and I had do a lot of work, and I meet a lot of people and who are very intelligent people and who are very knowledgeable people. But you cannot you don't saying the what types of countries you have gone. It is total land system. That's why identification is most important. Companies or individual. And banks may be companies, individuals, or government. That's and in our countries and Bangladesh Bank, Sonali Bank, there are the branches of the bank. And individual banks means their owner just one single owner, or companies means they are main joint giant people. They are gathering on, they are accumulating in the investment on the bank. This is the accumulating or the company or individual. And the next one is the most important, the branches and many branches. That's Bangladesh Bank. If I say Bangladesh Bank, and now I am staying at Gopalganj city, and now I cannot go over there. The what Bangladesh Bank. Bangladesh Bank's the main central is the Dhaka Matijal, and it is totally impossible go within 10 minutes or 5 minutes or half an hour. But if the branches, if it's situated over here, I can go with their easy transaction, and I can take some consultant from there. The branches are most important. You know that Sonali Bank, maybe they have a lot of branches in these Bangladesh countries, such like Gopalganj city, Narayanganj city, Jalkuri city. A lot of people, a lot of branches over there because of their satisfaction of the customers, and the customers, the communication systems to good way, and they can do a lot of things, and with the what's the comfortable way they can do it. You know that at first now I want to say about the Bangladesh history of Bangladesh Bank. You know that after independence, after liberation of the war, eventually we have been independence. Then they reorganized the bank of State Bank of Pakistan as a name of the central bank. The name was the Bangladesh Bank, and our Bangladesh Bank name is the Bangladesh Bank is the central bank of our country, and it was introduced in 1792, and it is very important to say that. And Bangladesh after war and eventually independent, we have been recognized, and we have been what the signing of our country's name. You know, now if I say some advantage or disadvantage of the bank, you know, several disadvantages or advantages of the bank, and more than disadvantage, advantage is more than. You know that such like that advantage is that you can easily deposit your money to the bank, and you can, without having the waste time, you can easily deposit within the short period or your nearer or your the period or nearer towards the branches. And it is institutions that they are focusing on, and they are revealed, and they are and they are focusing on their knowledge of our countries and our services. Stuff like that, they are focusing the fraud, and they are focusing the hypocrite who are very hypocrite. You don't follow them, and you can do as this way, and it is most important to our countries, and they are saying this, and they are the publicity, they are advertising, they are saying or consulting to us. This is most important. And disadvantage is they are everything, nothing is free on the bank, and maybe some people who are very not competent, and that's time they are doing what they are doing the wrong transaction. That's time my money and my depositors, everything is going to the wrong way. And another thing is and everything is transactions and money transactions. That's why they cannot give a lot of information, and they sometimes they are they hide some information about the bank and about myself. And next one, if I say that the Bangladesh Bank, how to improve your banking system, you know, there have a lot of strategy of marketing, a lot of strategy about another things, just like that. You have to the good relation, you have to good relation with the customer. You know, relation is most important, and each and everything is correlated. If you be a good relationship with the other people, then other people will feedback to you as a good way. You know, and relation most important. If you cannot relation with your client, your customers, then your feedback, your profit generated will be very low, and your profit generated will be very low. And if you create good relation with your customer and with your client, then everything will be flourish. Then one is you have to be technologically, you know, and in this modern time, the technology bases each and everything, just like this mobile systems, mobile pay system, mobile option systems, and you can computerized systems. You know that, and in this present time, each and everything can be done by the computer or internet or online basis, and we have two basis of the computerized or modernized. Then one is you have to segment it of client. You know that, in our country many minds, and you have to segment it, and you have to divide it, your segment of your client, of your customer. Because of that, if you cannot do that, if you cannot recognize that, and your profit and your thinking, your throw, and your budgeted goals, everything will be very low. Because of that, now you're segmented as a randomly, and but he or she doesn't like that. Yeah, and everything will be very low. And this is most important, segmented. And then one is the most important, you have to be consultant, and you have to be advisor, not the lender. And you know that some small business people, they are coming to your bank, and you can give some consult, you can take these types of loans, you can take some this of loans, and you can do this kind of business. And it is very important, and it is very profitable for you, and you can say them and as a good way. And this is most important for our countries. And if you can inspire them, and your business will be trustful, and everything they will dependent on you. Trustworthiness and friendly informations and reveal. And if you reveal your information, each and everything, to the customers and to the client, and who are very interested to do something from loan from your business, from your organization, then you can information and you can reveal each and everything. You can do it, and you can train up to them. And educating to the customer, and training and educating most important. Now that in this present time, most of the people, they are uneducated people in our expectation of our country. If you give some knowledge, if you give some educating to the customer, then everything will be fine, and they will easily recognize it, and they can easily use it with the good mind. This is most important thing, and I can say it. And now I say overall things of our country. And for do business, you have to take loan from the bank, and bank is dependent on us, and we are dependent on the bank as well. And you know that, and if you start some business, you have to take some money, and without money, without capital, you cannot do anything. Money is the blood, money is the soul, money is your eyes. And without money, you cannot do that. You know, now I have no money, but I have some property. But other people, they are giving some money for doing some business, doing some two things, but the bank will submit to you, and the bank will provide you some money. And this is the most important, very helpful things that for us. You know that, and some lenders people, they don't do anything, they giving some money with very interest, but we are taking some money and taking a big amount of money from the bank within short interest or low interest. You know, and another thing is most important, and what is that you can easily and deposit, you can easily save your ornaments, your money. Now you're big people, and you're bigger people, and now and you have a lot of ornaments, a lot of money, but there is no safe in your home. Because of that, terrorists or other robber people, they can easily come here, and they can attack to you. Yeah, and they can take your money. And that's why you can save your money, you can save your ornaments, you can save your each and everything property, you can each and everything by the bank. It is the most important and the most grateful things, crucial things. And the other things, Bangladesh Bank, they are surviving. You know, point, the central bank is providing the service to the customer, and they are the independent authority of a country, and they are providing, and they are the managing the monetary policy, servicing and money exchange of the specific country. And each and every country has a specific one central bank, and we have as well the Bangladesh Bank. And the goals of the Bangladesh Bank, the goals of the objective of the teller is the most important. What is this? And they are finding out the customer needs, and what is the main needs of the customer, and they're finding out each and everything. This is most important things. You know that without this, you cannot recognize, you cannot segment, you cannot the positioning of your client, of your customer, and expectations of your customer and of your the client, and you can easily segment it, and you can easily find out their needs, and what types of the technology, what types of the raw materials I have to need for surviving to them. You know, and our Bangladesh National Bank, Janata Bank, Rupali Bank, and Pearl Bank, they are providing a lot of service too, as well as, and their commercial bank, and they are easily the transformations and transaction their money within short period, and each and everything is controlled by our Bangladesh Bank. And Bangladesh Bank is most important, and central bank is most important, and for each and every countries. And as we have, and as well we have to need it, and this is the most important. And finally, we have to say that, and central bank is most important, and the Bangladesh people, and for the control everything, central bank is most important. And that's for it, and that's all about it. Thank you, goodbye.